Broadcasting live to the world, the Kart Racing Network. Ashley Rogero is on pole position and Jake Craig joins her on the front row. Here we go. And the lady from Naples, Florida, jumping into the... Oh, and Kyle Kirkwood getting a little bit of contact there, although he goes through in second place. So Ashley Rogero 1, Kyle Kirkwood 2, and I think that's Jake Craig in third place. Just looking at my screen and looking out of the window as well, it is Kart 60, Jake Craig in third place. Jack Weprin in Kart 17, the white-coloured kart, is running fourth. And behind Jeff Weprin, Luke Selican is in fifth place. Well, let's just stay with Ashley Rogero for, I'll say again, I used to say Ashley Rogero, and in La Conca, Italy, she came to me one day and she said, Ken, really, you don't say the G, I'm Ashley Rogero, and she's badly out of shape there and is going to lose places. Well, I think she's done well to lose only one place, and that place has been lost to Kyle Kirkwood. So Kyle Kirkwood is the early leader after Ashley Rogero in the junior final at the end of the opening lap. Ashley Rogero continuing with her bid to win this title though, because although she's been passed early on, let's have a look at that again. I'm sure there was a little bit of untidiness, although having said that, Ashley took a very, very wide sweep, didn't she? And was almost saying, hey, look guys, there's a heck of a wide gap there. And Kyle Kirkwood said, well, yeah, you're right, gal, and you know what? I'm going to drive through it and take the lead. Nice shot there of Kyle Kirkwood. Say hi to Mum, Peggy. Always have a soft spot for Peggy. She was very kind to me when I was not taken ill, but when I was not at the best of health on one of my race announcing duties here in the United States. Kyle Kirkwood, Ashley Rogero, Jake Craig continue to be the 1, 2 and 3. You see those three in shot. There they are. Jack Weprin is the one you see in shot just behind in fourth. He's in front of Juan Manuel Correa. Ashley Rogero looking to regain this lead. The Tony Kart of Ashley Rogero. The Arrow of Kyle Kirkwood. Well, we've really got to stay with these two guys at the front, or the guy and the lady, because it looks to me as if there's plenty of mileage in this one. When Kyle Kirkwood went through into the lead, it looked a fairly easy pass on Ashley, but Ashley's grim determination subsequently to stay in touch is there for all to see. Little tiny gap emerging between second place Ashley Rogero and third place Jake Craig. Lovely pictures you're seeing from the Kart Racing Network as we sweep up. And here's a move by Ashley. And can she sustain it? Yes, she can. And now Kyle Kirkwood has to defend against Jake Craig. And I have to say, Kyle defended that nicely. Good piece of driving by both. You have to credit Ashley Rogero for having made the move that took her into the lead. And we'll credit Kyle Kirkwood. Here you see again, the lady just getting her car. And you saw Kyle there. Wanted to make his turn and realised he couldn't, and is suddenly vulnerable to a pass from Jake Craig and Luke Selican behind. Luke Selican has obviously gone past Jack Weprin recently. I didn't see that when we were concentrating on the front two. Well, just as Ashley Rogero didn't sit and take it on the chin when she was passed in the first place by Kyle Kirkwood, Kyle is doing something similar, really giving chase, although Ashley just beginning to put a little bit of space between. Well, having said that, Kyle's definitely closed it up, hasn't he? There's no space between them there. And an error by Ashley here would give Kyle the advantage. Ashley Rogero, dare I say it, she's got a full kart length lead. Well, I dare say it, but it wouldn't be true. Juan Manuel Correa has gone past Jack Craig into third place. So a driver with whom I'm familiar in Europe, Juan Manuel Correa getting himself in third place. Jake Craig was very much in contention early on. Somebody else in contention, Jack Weprin, dropping down to sixth. Well, now, does Ashley Rogero pull away a little bit from Kyle Kirkwood? Kyle Kirkwood from Cornelius in North Carolina. driver who I've seen a lot more times than Ashley Rajero from Naples, Florida, and have really watched the growth and, if you like, the emergence as a very good young motorsport driver of Kyle Kirkwood, having started in the Pee-wee classes. Well, Ashley Rajero is not messing about, is she? She's just got her head down, driving the track. I know that sounds a silly thing to say, but you know what I mean. A couple of drivers went very wide there, didn't they? Ashley Rajero certainly not interested in having a scrap. She's putting her foot down, and as much distance as she can put between herself and Kyle Kirkwood, she will do so. Juan Manuel Correa in third place, holding off the challenge of Luke Selican. He passed Luke Selican. Sorry, he passed Jake Craig to go third. Jake Craig now fourth, Luke Selican fifth. Just looking a little bit downfield, Darren Keane 12th, looking for some improvement. Gavin Reichelt really probably feels he's a better driver than 8th place would suggest, and I would agree with that. I'd sign up to that, but it's not happening for Gavin in quite the same way today as it did yesterday. On the ledges, coming down, nice little shot as we drop down past the detention ponds, sweeping up at the basin. Ashley Rajero looks over her left shoulder and sees that there's not an immediate threat. She's got 0.4 of a second to the good as she sets off on lap 8. So we're still in the first half of the race with 7 laps gone and 13 to go, including the one that they're on. But Ashley Rajero now, without question, just pulling away a little bit from Kyle Kirkwood. Well, apologies there for a little bit of a throat issue with me. Just in case you hadn't noticed, I talk too much. But I talk about kart racing, and I love kart racing. And this is the AMR Rotax Pan American Challenge. And it's the junior final, led by one of the very good junior drivers in the world, Ashley Rajero. The national champion, of course, is Santino Ferrucci. And the big advantage that Santino Ferrucci would have over Ashley Rajero is that he's got himself out into other continents, notably Europe, and got some experience outside of the United States. But do not underestimate the capability of this lady. I've said previously, she's represented Team USA in Europe before. She's raced in Europe on behalf of Team USA. And, well, on the basis of this showing, perfectly capable of doing so again. In mentioning Team USA, I don't know if my good friend Mr. George Oriana is tuned in. George, I do hope you are tuned in. A big hi from myself, Ken Walker, and my wife Jill. Battle for second looking good, isn't it? Because Kyle Kirkwood is being closed in upon by Juan Manuel Correa. Kyle in the amber race suit, in shot now to the right. To the left, Juan Manuel Correa. Another driver, forgive me for keep saying this, but I'm saying it to say how much I am impressed. A driver who's come and raced with us in the Rotax Euro Challenge, and he's driving for Jay Howard's Team MDD. And I do have a high regard of Juan Manuel Correa, just getting himself a little bit closer to Kyle Kirkwood. The margin between them at the end of the previous lap was 0.35 of a second. I would say that looks, according to my television screen, a little bit less than that now. Ashley Rajero just going up the hill. There goes Kyle Kirkwood in second place. This is the start of lap 11, so we're at the half race distance. 10 laps gone, 10 to go. 10 laps gone, 10 to go. And at the half race distance, Ashley Rajero led, Kyle Kirkwood second, Juan Manuel Correa third, Jake Craig fourth. You see him in shot now, pursued by Luke Selican fifth, and Tony Patak was sixth, Jack Weprin 7, Gavin Reichelt 8th, Anthony Tolfar 9, and Austin Versteeg completing the top 10. Well, you see the field filing through at pace, but as I glance over to my left, Ashley Rajero continues to build her lead. Looks like a really good dice, 4th and 5th. The front 3 drivers are relatively close, or 2nd and 3rd relatively close, but Jake Craig and Luke Selican having a really good scrap for 4th and 5th. Jake Craig, Kart 60, Luke Selican, Kart 46. And there you just saw to the left of screen, there is Kyle Kirkwood on the continental shelf, coming down, dropping down the hill. Quick glance. The scrap behind them, just as I said, Jake Craig in Kart 60, driving his Cosmic chassis, Luke Selican similarly mounted. Kyle Kirkwood to the right of your screen is in 2nd place, some 9/10 of a second adrift of our race leader Ashley Rogero, the lady from Naples, Florida, who you saw in shot moments ago. Juan Manuel Correa driving the Praga chassis. He's based with Jay Howard's motorsport driver development team in Carmel, Indiana, as we come to start lap 13. Good scrap this. These are the guys, Jake Craig 4th and Luke Selican 5th, both driving the Cosmic chassis and both of them wearing Cosmic race suits to help you identify them. Jake Craig has got the yellowish colour on the top of his helmet, whereas kart number 46, Luke Selican, is a very predominantly orange helmet. Good race this between these two. I felt Luke Selican was a little bit unlucky in the heats yesterday. Qualified on pole position for all of the heats, winning Friday's qualifying competition, and Jake Craig has certainly given a good account of himself all weekend. Well, yeah, let's stay with these two because it is a good dice, and 4th and 5th is a not insignificant place, because if anything happens to anybody in front, there's a podium place to be had here, even if it's asking a little bit much at this stage to think in terms of a race victory. It's positions 4th and 5th, going over the Continental Divide. Although it's race for 4th and 5th, in total terms, they're only a couple of seconds behind Ashley Rogero. Ashley very nearly 1 full second in front of Kyle Kirkwood. You saw those briefly below, but we'll stay with these Cosmic racers. Having said that, they're not as close as they were a lap ago, are they? Kart number 60, Jake Craig, is 4th, and Kart 46 is Luke Selican in 5th place. Just a reminder that Ashley Rogero continues to lead. There you saw at the top of your screen the drivers in 2nd and 3rd place, which are Kyle Kirkwood in the amber race suit and Juan Manuel Correa just behind him. There is Kyle, there is Juan Manuel. Heading towards the 3/4 race distance, because this is lap 14. Just momentarily peeping out of the window, just as Kyle Kirkwood peeped over his left shoulder. These two guys at the moment are in a podium place of 2nd and 3rd, but Ashley Rogero, who you just saw disappearing up the hill, has got biggest part she has got a full second on them, 1.1 second, 1.1 of a second. Well, we homed in on Kyle Kirkwood versus Juan Manuel Correa, trying to pick up on what we anticipated was a really close scrap, but they've got a bit of distance between them now, haven't they? A couple of kart lengths as I look out the window. It's 2.5 kart lengths. 3/4 race distance, 15 laps gone, 5 to go. 15 laps gone, 5 to go. Kyle Kirkwood dips his head for a little bit of wind resistance. Ashley Rogero dropping at the top of the hill. Now, Jake Craig and Luke Selican, have they traded places? I don't think so, but it's not easy to say with certainty. No, they haven't. Both wearing the Cosmic race suits, but Luke Selican with the predominantly orange helmet. That's how I'm picking them out from here. And as you can see, is in 5th place there. Ashley Rogero goes through, Kyle 2nd, Juan Manuel 3rd, Jake 4th and Luke 5th. We're looking at Kyle being chased by Juan Manuel. Our death camera there giving you good ground view. Coming up to start lap 17, and Ashley Rogero is on her way in lap 17. So is Kyle Kirkwood, so is Juan Manuel Correa. We're on the Continental Shelf, dropping down to the chicane, the bus stop. Bus stop very reminiscent of the Formula One circuit bus stop at Spa-Francorchamps. We don't race through the with karts through the bus stop at Spa-Francorchamps on the road circuit, but there is a kart circuit on the infield at Spa-Francorchamps. Just thought I'd tell you that. Kyle Kirk, well, now Juan Manuel Correa having a look over his shoulder, and I often think, are you looking over your shoulder with a view to making a move? Because Juan Manuel knows that he's not under immediate attack by Jake Craig and Luke Selican. So is he winding up the elastic to try to have a little pop at Kyle Kirkwood? Is not close enough to do it at the moment. This is the start of lap 18, but you can see Juan Manuel Correa's thinking, can't you? It's going to be now or never if he's going to get third place converted into second place. Jake Craig just pulling away a little bit from Luke Selican. Take my eye off the screen at my peril, but I'm going to tell you Anthony Patak 6, Gavin Reichelt up to 7, Jack Weprin 8, Anthony Tolfar 9, and Austin Versteeg completing the top 10. Ashley Rogero just disappearing at the bottom of our screen. Kyle Kirkwood still in shot. Juan Manuel Correa also still in shot. They are second and third on lap 18 of a 20-lap junior final. Well, Kyle Kirkwood was under a very there is Ashley Rogero, our race leader, and she has kept her concentration well, because her fastest lap of 54.792 has not been the fastest of the race. Luke Selican's gone quicker, and so has Jake Craig, but Ashley has been consistent. That last one though was a little slower at 55.0, but on lap 18 of a 20-lap race you can expect the tyres to just be beginning to start to want to protest. This is Ashley Rogero driving a Tony kart. Not sure what team she's entered by, but she drives out of Naples, Florida, and she's 1.5 laps away from becoming the Rotax Pan American champion for 2012. Ashley Rogero with the Tony Kart race suit, which, a long look over his shoulder this time as we start the last lap, 1 to go. Very distinctive helmet though, helmet that's well suited to a lady. Well, I've said it on 3 occasions previously, I'm going to be a little bit repetitive and say it again now, but only Ashley Rogero can lose the race now. None of the other drivers for the biggest part of a lap and a half could even think of perhaps catching the Floridian girl. Sweeping round rightwards, turning right again through the chicane, then beginning the climb up to the ledge for the 20th and final time. Dropping down towards our death cam. And second and third have traded places. Well, we stay with Ashley. Ashley wins it. Ashley wins it. And she's a happy girl, isn't she? Well done to Ashley Rogero. Late in the race, Juan Manuel Correa went past Kyle Kirkwood and Luke Selican followed him, and so the very, very likeable young man Kyle Kirkwood from North Carolina on the last lap finds himself off the podium. But Ashley Rogero finds herself on the podium and on the top step of it. The champion is going to be going once again into Europe to represent United States of America in Team USA. And I'll say again, if my good friend Mr. George Oriana is going to do his Captain America thing for Team USA, I shall have the good fortune of meeting up with him, God willing, in Portugal at the beginning of November. Sorry, it's the end of November. Oh, and a big, big blow, a big puff. Well done there. Very, very good sportsmanship by Juan Manuel Correa, saying well done to the lady. The Florida lady is a happy girl. Well done. Luke Selican also getting the plaudits. Have to say the young man driving the Praga chassis, Juan Manuel Correa, certainly drove a good race. I do have some sympathy for Kyle Kirkwood, but hey, this is racing. And there is our champion, Ashley Rogero. How fit do you have to be? How much in shape do you have to be to win a championship? You have to be in shape. Well done, Ashley. It's a 20-lap race on a hot day in Denver, Colorado. But the girl from Naples has done it, and she's the champion.